In the past 3 to 4 weeks after the Shib the Metaverse has launched, we have noticed that Leash has been declining pretty quickly from the price of 1600 down to like half or below half already by now, around in the 700s. So we have seen that the price have been declining, and also Shib has been going into the same direction as well. If you look at the bigger picture, the whole entire market has also been declining. Very similar pattern to Bitcoin and also to Ethereum, among other ones as well. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys, kind of give my 2 cents, my opinion of why I think this is happening. And as a spoiler alert, before it gets any better, it's gonna get worse. Welcome to Crypto Ahoy. Here in this channel where I share with you guys updates, coin reviews, leaks, rumors, anything regarding cryptocurrency, news updates regarding Shiba Inu, Bone Token, Shibarium, Leash, anything in the Shiba Inu ecosystem, as well as any other cryptocurrency. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you also smash the like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell so you'll be notified on all my future updates. And before we jump right in, just a quick reminder, this is not financial advice, and it's always a good idea to do your own research prior doing any type of investment. So with that said, let's jump right in. Ever since Shib the Metaverse has been launched, it has been met with some criticism. And me being part of it, part of that group, because I kind of criticized it as well in the beginning. And why? Well, because in the beginning, when it was launched, and before it was launched, it was already mentioned that in order for you to have priority to purchase land or any plots of land, you will need to first hold Leash or Shiboshis, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That is fine. The problem was the purchasing method, what currency or cryptocurrency you were going to use to actually purchase the Shib the Metaverse or Shibland. So, instead of using Leash, or the ideal would be, Shiba Inu, since it's called Shib, it would make sense to use, Shiba Inu to make the purchase. But in this case, they went with Ethereum instead. If let's say if they didn't go with Shib, they were to at least use Leash as well to purchase land, that would have been fine. Not ideal. I still agree it would have been better Shiba Inu, but at least keep it within the same ecosystem of Shiba Inu than, Leash, since, they're required for you to hold Leash. You will have to lock it, for a certain period of time, and that's fine, but at least that. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, you needed to use Ethereum. And so that's where it was met with a little bit of, people just didn't like that idea, including myself. So there was that issue, but then they kind of changed, and they also decided to allow for Shiba Inu. Now you're able to use those tokens to now be able to purchase land. So as I was mentioning, we see here this article, and on where it says Shib the Metaverse, they tweeted out that you were able on May 3rd to actually use, it says, mint lands with Shib. So now you're able to mint land using Shib, but that didn't happen, 2 weeks prior or so of this happening. So before, you had to use, Ethereum. But of course, things now, they're started. The good thing is that they are actually listening to the investors, right? To all of us, which is great. It's just that I think, in my opinion, they should have just started off with Shib instead of, any other tokens. And it had the reasons, I'm going to grant them that. And, that they didn't want for the price of Leash or, Shiba to kind of fluctuate and go high really up and then go down. But at the end of the day, if you want to make your token, your ecosystem strong and give it utility, well, you got to do exactly that, right? Otherwise, you're pretty much giving the power to Ethereum. And then Ethereum becomes more useful, since that's the token you have to use to actually, mint the land, right? But again, that was then, now is now, right? And the good thing is that they listened to the investors. They kind of made way for Shiba Inu, and so now Shiba Inu has an added on utility to Shib, the Metaverse, or Shibland. But in spite of that, we are seeing that the prices keep going down. So if we were to look here back in September of last year, September 27, it was at 766, which is very similar what it is now, but the price has dropped already below that. Right now, the current price is actually 735, and it just keeps dipping further and further. So it kind of makes me wonder that, what's happening, what's going on. Is the reason why this keeps falling, is it because of, people criticizing it? They don't like the idea at first of using leash just to lock it, just to gain priority access, and not actually using the leash token to actually mint the land or to purchase the land. So in my opinion, I think that's partially, but I don't think that's the whole reason why. It's actually a cluster of reasons. This is part of it. The other part is things are happening politically, things are happening financially, economically around the world, and so, with the Federal Reserve, with the rates increasing little by little, and things like that has went up to like 0.5%, the housing. So all of this clustered together creates this type of reaction in the crypto market. And to kind of prove that, we can just go back out here and kind of look at the whole entire picture. So one thing I like to do is not just to focus on the little things, is just kind of zoom out and just look at the whole portrait, look at the whole, each frame, each corner, try to look at each angle, especially the zoom out one. Because look at here, it's very interesting to see that just by this visually, it has a very similar shape. It's like a little hump right here. It almost looks like a little hill. So I'm just gonna call this a hill just to keep it simplified. But you see, it's like going downwards and then a little bump, and then it keeps kind of going at a downtrend, similar to Ethereum, right? And then we look at BNB, somewhat similar. And then look at all these three right here, guys. XRP, Solana, Cardano. We have this hump here right in this area. And let's say if you just look at my mouse, if I were to hold it and I just scroll down a little bit without moving it, if you kind of notice that it more or less happens around the same time, it almost seems like if they all agreed. And look at this right here. This is crazy. There's, Dogecoin, Avalanche, Polkadot, and Shiba Inu. It's like if they all agreed, like if they all conspired to like all dip at the same time, which is crazy. So, at the end, I don't think that the criticism or the investors disliking, in the initial Shib, the Metaverse, that's the reason why the price dropped. That's partially, but that's not the whole entire story, the whole reason why. But, just looking at these numbers, it just seems very interesting. Like if we look at Polygon, we look at Litecoin, Chronos. Crows is another different story. But that I'll leave that for another time. I'm not going to get into that one today. But, it's very interesting to see these, how they have a very similar, it's like, like they kind of planned this out, and I don't want to get into like any conspiracy theories or nothing like that. No, that's not the point. The point is that it's a huge coincidence. It almost seems like, right? But I think that it's related to other things that is happening around the world that is creating FUD, increases in rates, the housing. People are saying that, the housing is, how can there be a problem if the housing is kind of, they're selling houses, there's still demand for them. My worry is that that's going to soon drop down. It's going to kind of, I'm not going to say it's a bubble, but I'm just going to say that a very close sometime this year, if we keep it up how we are, what's going to probably happen is that, housing sales are going to drop. And then people are going to try to liquidate things where they can. And unfortunately, and I always say this, crypto is one of the first easy, accessible assets that you can liquidate quickly. Liquidating a property, it takes a little bit more time. Liquidating, like digital assets, it can be done quickly. You could do it right from your phone, really. But liquidating property and other things, it can take a little bit of time. And unfortunately, cryptocurrency is really easy to liquidate, even if you're at a loss. But it's just the fact that you could do it from your phone in a couple minutes. It makes it easy to do so. So just some points that we need to consider when we look at all these numbers and all these graphs. Now, I do want to mention another thing also that is causing for Shiba Inu to also drop in prices, because like I said, it's a cluster of things. And one of the things that is kind of worrying me, and again, I don't want to create FUD or nothing like that. I'm just realistic. I'm an investor like yourself. If you're investing on Shiba Inu, or Bone token or Leash, I'm also a holder. I'm also investing. So, I want for this to grow. But like I said in the beginning, before it can increase up in price, it's going to have to kind of take the opposite direction, which is decrease. It's going to have to decline. And, based on all the things that are going on around the world, it kind of looks like we're kind of heading that direction. And regarding the Shib and the Metaverse for Leash, and what's going to happen, I think that, it's going to keep dipping down, and this is why. So when we kind of zoom here into this paragraph right here, this is what it says. According to the recent Medium post from the Unification Foundation, Shib, the Metaverse, will be developed. Keyword, developed, is not, it will be, speaking future tense, not past tense or present tense, is like future tense, will be developed in Shibarium, a forthcoming layer 2 scaling solution for Shib. A public test for Shibarium is set to go live over the next few months, with a public beta to follow soon afterwards. So if you've been watching my videos, I'm very bullish about Bone token and Shibarium. I think it's going to be huge, but I don't want to focus that on that in this video so much. I kind of want to focus it on Leash and Shiba Inu, but so this is great for Bone token and also for Shibarium. But the problem that I see here is this part where it says will be developed. So it's not ready yet. So in other words, the investors who bought land, you bought land, but it's not, the gaming, the Metaverse part is not developed yet. And any AAA game, it's very expensive, guys, and it does take some time. Like, there's even PlayStation games that took like a couple years to do or more, from the developers and a team of developers. If you want to do something well done, it is going to take some time, and it's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of resource to actually come up with this and create it, and that's what Shib the Metaverse is undergoing right now. It's like under construction. So yes, this is what I think was, this is what happened, and this is what is going to happen in my opinion. So here we go. The investors who invested on this, they've invested on Shiba land, which is great. So now they own this land, right? Like an NFT. Great. Now they own it. What's going to happen? My kind of concern is this. When the time passes by, 1 month, 2 months, right now we're in May. This happened like last month. So let's say soon enough, it's going to be like 30 days later, it's going to be like 60 days, 45 days, 3 months, 4 months. And then there's nothing in Metaverse. All we're hearing is just little, information here and there, little tiny updates, but nothing gets ready yet. Let's say a year passes by and it still hasn't been launched, the Metaverse. You still own the land, but you cannot do anything with it yet, because the Metaverse is not ready. And let's say by then Shibarium is out, which is awesome. But, the Metaverse, again, because it takes time and also takes a lot of money, it takes like millions of dollars for it to do. During this process, some people are going to kind of just throw in the towel and kind of sell it because they got tired of waiting. And the truth of all this, guys, and I'm kind of sad to say, is that we live now in a society, in a place where we have a short patience span. I call it instead of short attention span, I call it short patience span. Sorry. So, now we're like that because we have gotten used in that way. Now if you don't got time and patience to drive up to the store, well, guess what? They bring the groceries to you. If you don't got patience and time to like go to the drive-through, no worry. They'll also bring that to you. If you want groceries, like I said, they'll bring that to you. And like anything, pretty much, almost anything, even as simple as going to like Walgreens, you don't even need to leave your house. They actually bring it towards you. If you don't have patience cooking, well, now you could buy like a pre-made meal that you just throw in the oven or anything and it's done, So, of course, we all want to be efficient and everything, but, how far do you want to go with this? Because, we kind of interpret this in our day-to-day decision-making as well. It's not just home stuff, but also financial stuff. So what happens? We kind of get used to this, having things done quickly, not having to like take our time with it. And then we kind of think financially, economically is also, we apply these same customs, with money pretty much, or investing. And then what happens? Since, nothing is happening quickly, you end up giving up, you end up selling. And, when you sell, then you end up losing because the price dropped. You don't have patience of holding on and anything because everything is taking too long. It's like, oh, I've been holding, this land or this NFT or this cryptocurrency for so long and I don't see nothing. So therefore, I'm just going to sell. And, that's my concern about all this, that since the developers decided to make the Shib, the Metaverse, but without having it fully created, like other platforms, right? That they already have, like the Decentraland and Sandbox, like they already have it made, right? Again, maybe they had the money, they kind of, got the money together and then decided to do it and go from there. But yeah, so that's my only kind of one of my biggest concern. And I think this, if you're not, like strong Shib army, you're going to feel tempted to sell it. So I just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents about this and about it to share with you guys. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys agree with this, don't agree with this, that, in the long run, if Shiba Inu developers take a really long time to actually launch the Metaverse, where you can have access to actually build and create stuff in there, do you think that a lot of people are going to start selling their land or holding on to the land? So let me know. Drop a comment down below. And also real quick, guys, if you find this video to be helpful and informative, make sure you also smash the like button, also subscribe if you haven't yet already, and also hit that bell so you'll be notified on all my future videos regarding cryptocurrency, news, leaks, rumors, updates, coin reviews, anything regarding Leash, Shiba Inu, Bone Token, Shibarium, the Shiba Inu video game, anything regarding in the world of Shiba Inu ecosystem, and also in all the cryptocurrency world. So I don't want to end this video on a sad note. I want to end it on a positive note. So some of you guys already know that Gucci is going to start accepting Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and also Shiba Inu, at the U.S. stores by the end of the summer, how it says right here. So I've been asked by friends of mine and other investors as well on cryptocurrency. So I don't think that this is going to increase the price of, unfortunately, of Shiba Inu, as well for Dogecoin and, Bitcoin. What it is going to do, though, is bring more awareness, similar to this other fashion designer, which is John Richman. He's a upscale designer in Italy. So he kind of, I believe he was the first one to do this. So now Gucci is hopping into the Shiba Inu train, right? So, which is great. Now, it's not going to spike or increase the price, but like I said, it is going to do something else, which is what? Bring more awareness. And that is something that I believe is very powerful, but it's something that it takes time. It's gonna, it's not something that we're gonna see like a quick result now. Most likely is something for like the long term, long run, because as people get familiarized with Shiba Inu, then it could take months, it could take weeks, it could even take years. But when they're ready to invest, they're already familiarized with Shiba Inu, right? And so this is going to be, another way of bringing more awareness, which could increase, kind of like a funnel, increase your chances of having more investors. So I think this is a good move. It's not going to increase in price, but it is going to increase in awareness and reputation, since they are joining forces with Gucci, which is a high, it's a high brand name. So overall, I think this is great. And so, it's not always just bad news. There's always, some good news. And I just wanted to end this video with a positive note. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember to buy, hodl, sell, repeat. Till the next one. Peace.